Hi everyone, welcome to World of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie, recovering from a cold, and this is one of your viewers' replays. This is jdogg from DETOX clan, and he's playing his tier 10 French auto-loading artillery. Now I haven't done many artillery replays on this channel, but I'm going to make an exception here because this is a very entertaining game. Obviously he does well in this match, and I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it's an exciting ending and he has a great game in his auto-loading tier 10 French artillery. It's a tank I don't have. I don't have any high-tier artillery tanks myself, but looking at this tank, it's pretty quick for an artillery. As you can see, he's driving around and he's in a platoon with the T92. Now you can see it's quite mobile for an artillery. Every artillery I've played has been quite slow, apart from the tier 6 British artillery. Every other artillery I've played has been quite slow getting around, but you can see this French tier 10 artillery gets around pretty quickly, and not only does it get around quickly, it aims quickly, or it seems to. That could be because of jdogg's crew training. He might have crew that have got some extra skills, and obviously he's played this a lot because he's very good at it. And on top of that, this is why everyone's scared of these bloody things when they're playing against them. It's a 4-shot autoloader. I think it's 4 shots, and it has about 4 seconds between each shell. It looks like he's trying to get a shot on that WZ, but looks like someone's already put a bit of damage into him because he's just about dead already. Now in this replay you'll see jdogg communicating with his platoon mate and with the other people on his side. Squiggles, that's the guy he's platoon with, and it looks like he's also platoon with another artillery Aussie tank, or Aussie tanker I think his name might be. At the moment looks like he's looking for their artillery. He hasn't got shots behind that hill where everyone seems to camp on this map, but he's doing the right thing. He's looking around, and you can see from the aerial view how quick it is to aim. One of them's been spotted and very unlucky not to get it. He's obviously got 6th sense, that enemy artillery driver, or he's been shot at, so he knows that he's been hit, so he's getting the hell out of here. Now at this stage jdogg's nearly killed. He's down to about 30 hit points with that one shell from the enemy artillery, and this is where he communicates to his mates, look out for counter artillery, because he knows he's not spotted. He knows there's no enemy tanks in his area. But this is where he pauses just to type into the chat, just to let his mate know, watch out for counter artillery, because that's what they've been doing. He's still reloading. You can see that he's down to 7%, which is a bit of a worry, but there's been no damage to any of his modules, so he can still load as quick as he normally can and still fire off his shots. Unfortunately his mate didn't listen to him. Squiggles, you should have listened to him. He warned you, watch out for the counter artillery, but he might have been just zooming in on a target and getting ready to make a big shot. So not much has happened right now. jdogg's team is looking okay at 3-2. They're up by 1 tank, but this is where it all starts to get excited. It gives them a little bit of a... Squiggles gives them a bit of a spray in the chat. I don't know if that's hacks or not, but I don't think it is. I think if you're a good artillery player, from what I hear, you can watch. You can see the traces when you're looking on the overhead view. Great shot on the move into that AMX-30 by jdogg, and this is where it's handy to have the autoloader, because you all know if you play artillery, often you miss a lot more shots than you would in a heavy or a medium or a tank destroyer. So you having that 4-shot autoloader is quite handy for if you're still aimed on an enemy tank and you want to take another shot. And it looks like he's just taken out that LTTB, I think. He just got another kill anyway. Now he is reloaded again and zooming in on that American artillery. which is the guy or girl who put the damage into him. He's doing the right thing, jdogg here. He's moving around, he's making sure that he's not staying in the same spot for too much longer. But there's only one enemy artillery left, which is the guy he just shot at. Nearly took him out. But here's the guy that was watching the traces, but I doubt he's watching the traces now, because he's that flank where he was sitting is overrun, so he's going to be worried about jdogg's teammate, the E75 and the IS4, which is pushing up the eastern flank. Now it keeps moving around, and at this stage it is a bit of a long wait between reloads, especially in the tier 10 French arty with the autoloader, but it does give you 4 shots every time you reload for the 70 odd seconds. So while he's nearly reloading, he's aiming in on that section where they were last spotted, those medium tanks. Looks like a Batchat, a 121 E50, and he's got his 4 shells loaded. Great shot into that E50 for 500 damage, and while he's still got him in his sights, he wants to finish him off now. He's already got 2 kills. It's always the way, I guess, as an artillery player. When you fire, the person you're shooting at probably runs away. And with his last shot, can he get the kill? Let's see if he can get the kill. He won't be lit for much longer. Yes, he gets it, and that's his 3rd kill. Now he's got another minute and a bit to reload. You can see in the chat that American artillery on the other side basically sticking up for himself, and good on him for sticking up for himself. So I'm not a cheat, I was watching your traces, which is what I guess they do, artillery players. As I said, I'm not that good at it. I haven't really ground out any higher tier artilleries anyway. Anyway, jdogg is now reloading again. He's got another 35 odd seconds to go. It looks to me like he might have Brothers in Arms, Fence, or some other skill, because my mod pack's saying it's 70 seconds for a full reload, but his is saying 62, I think it was. And while he's reloading, he's stopping in the chat to wind up the enemy artillery player, which is probably part of the game. It's probably what a lot of people do. I don't, as a rule, unless I'm drunk or trying to be funny, but his 6th sense has also gone off, so he knows he's been spotted, so he needs to get the hell out of here. Looking on the map, I'd say it's the Batchat that spotted him, or maybe the 121. The Batchat just gets killed by the Death Star, but at the same time the 121 kills jdogg's teammate, Aussie Tank 101. And in the meantime, jdogg moves into a really good position to try and put some damage into that mouse. The mouse probably definitely the most heavily armoured tank in this game. And he's got his 4 shots ready to go, and he's put his first one in for 300. Another shot comes in, maybe from the Death Star, into the mouse. And they're working together to put some damage into this tank. Try and get rid of it. He's already on 3 kills, jdogg. It looks like the mouse might be aiming for the FV215B183, the British Tier 10 tank destroyer. And an unlucky miss there for jdogg. And I was right, the mouse kills the British tank destroyer. And it's just about tied up at 12-11. They're only winning by 1 tank at this stage. So again, while he's reloading, jdogg moves, relocates, as the AMX 1390 gets killed on his side, which was... I'm not sure where he was. I wasn't really paying attention to that part of the map, but I think he might have been trying to cap, or he might have been trying to take on one of the heavier tanks. I mean, every tank is heavier than him in this game. So now it's the mouse and the 121 along with the artillery versus jdogg with 3 kills, and their IS7, who it looks to me like the IS7 is on pretty much full health. He's got under 20 seconds to reload now, so he's going to aim at that mouse again. Mouse is probably the hardest one to kill. It just bounced a shot from the IS7. You can see from the bird's eye view as jdogg waits the last few seconds until he's reloaded. He's aiming on the mouse. The mouse should be a one-shot kill for jdogg now. And there it is. That's his 4th kill, and that evens it up at 13 apiece. But unfortunately, the IS-7 gets killed by I think it was the 121, who picks up his top gun on the enemy side. A very lucky blind shot there by jdogg. Takes out the 121. He just aimed at the last place he was spotted. Again, that's something artillery drivers tend to do. And I don't know if he knew. Maybe the 121 was tracked by the IS-7 before the IS-7 was killed. Maybe he tracked him, and maybe he knew that the 121 would still be in the same position. I'm not sure. As I said, I don't play artillery much, but jdogg certainly looks like he knows what he's doing. He's on 5 kills. The enemy Tier 9 American artillery is on 2 kills. And at this stage, he's going all the way back to the cap. I don't know where... It looks on the minimap, looks like the enemy artillery was last spotted at about C0. So, they might have been going for the cap. I'm not sure how mobile the Tier 9 American artillery is. I guess it probably not as mobile as the French one, but while he's doing this long drive, he's reloading, so he's going to have 4 shots at this guy if he bumps into him. They're both one shot. It doesn't matter really that jdogg is on 7% health, 30 hit points. They're both one-shot kills. The only advantage the American will have is that he could splash him. If he's splash damage, if he loads high explosive and shoots near jdogg, then the splash damage would be enough to kill him easily. So he's moving up back towards the base, just trying to work out where this guy is. I'm tipping he hasn't been spotted for a while. There he is. jdogg does the right thing. He knows that he'll be spotted as well, so he gets out the way. And there's a bit of cat and mouse going on here while they're looking around the corner. jdogg has the advantage of a turret on his tank. I'm not sure if... It looks like that is the American one that has the turret. He's doing the bird's eye view. Has he got a shot? Probably better off not taking it, because that was never going to hit, that shot there. He did the right thing here. Backed off again. Waited till he's invisible. It's a pretty good chance that if jdogg can't see this American tank, then the American tank shouldn't be able to see him. But there he is again. Except that time his 6th sense didn't go off. So the other guy probably doesn't know where jdogg is. So I'm guessing that he headed that way to try and make him think he was going around the other way, and now he's coming back to see if he can get a sneaky shot around the corner. As I said, hit points don't really matter here. They're both one shots for each other, both being artillery. He's looking. I like how he's doing that with the bird's eye view, peeking around the corner. His 6th sense still hasn't gone off, so he knows that the American doesn't know where he is. And he's changed his mind. He's heading back towards the centre of the map. Just being careful not to knock that tree over, because that's something that the other guy could be watching. He could be watching on the bird's eye view. I'm not sure how good the American arc is on the artillery. If he could fire over that mound or not. It would be a pretty steep arc, especially if you're close to the hill. But he's found him. And the American fires and misses, and you can see there on the reload counter he's got 30 odd seconds, got over 30 seconds to take his time, jdogg, so he does that. He doesn't want to get too close because the splash damage will take his 30 hit points off him, and that was probably as close as I would have dared to get. But in the end, a fabulous finish by jdogg in his Tier 10 French artillery autoloader. Look at all those tanks. He damaged 7 tanks and he killed 6 of them. All of them except the M53, M55, which was one of the Tier 9 American artilleries. 6 kills, which gave him his top gun. You can see there 2,712 XP for his double with his premium account. He also picked up a bruiser badge and a second class mastery badge. Even though he did 6 kills, he didn't do a huge amount of damage. I mean, you'll see here he did nearly 4,300. Nothing to sneeze at, but You got second top for experience, the Death Star, the Tier 10 British tank destroyer, the FV215B 183, did top damage with 5,000, and plenty of players on the other side did a lot of damage as well. You can see Tankful, which I think was the guy who killed last, did over 4,000, a couple of 3s, a couple of 2,000s. 2 top guns in that game, one on each side. They've changed it now so that it used to be just whoever got 6 or more kills and did the most damage would get top gun, but now whoever gets 6 kills gets a top gun if there's more than one in a game. But now they've changed it so that whoever gets 6 kills gets it, and well deserved too. I reckon that's fair enough. Nothing would be worse than getting 6 kills and not getting a top gun medal in one of your battles. And looking at the final results page, it was a loss. A lot of those shells that he fired were premium ammunition. You can see he lost 45,000. If he hadn't have had a premium count, looks like he would have lost over 60,000. But he fired 19 shots, 9 of them hit, which is about normal. It's not like a medium or a heavy tank. Only half your shots tend to hit. 4 of them caused splash damage, and he did over 4,000 damage, nearly 4,300 damage, and he also did a bit of spotting damage, 730 spotting damage. You can see by the time it went right down to the wire just about, but in the end a great game by jdogg, a great carry, a great top gun, well done. I couldn't have done it, I certainly couldn't have done it. I'm no artillery player by any stretch of the imagination. Thanks very much jdogg for sending in your replay. Hopefully this will go up tonight. Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget, if you want your replays on my channel, send me a message in the game or through YouTube and I'll put them up. And once I hit 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away some gold and credits packages. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Take care and I'll see you next time.